first carry for Dalvin Cook. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They run the counter with Cook. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Out of the gun, Watson. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. They'll run with Chubb. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Vikings 11.
And now he'll target it around. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
A shotgun snap for Watson. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this one is right through. After marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. That only costs up the foot. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Faking the give. Now Watson. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage.
And got his man complete. The 20. And all the way in for a touchdown. DK Metcalf, 75 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
The kicker on.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be at practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
On play action, now Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Garoppolo now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They start the drive with Cook. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Cook. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Nice 13-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. They'll find Metcalf. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And hang on, we got an injury. And that's DK Metcalf. The wide receiver yet to get back to his feet. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that is going to be incomplete. It looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
Play is a turnover on downs.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Oh, going for Jefferson. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
43 yards.
Nothing conservative about that play call. You said earlier in the quarter you wanted to see them open things up, maybe take some shots downfield. There you go.
Yeah, and that one was successful. But even if they're not successful, when you take those shots downfield, they've got to back off a little bit, loosen up a little bit on defense, and give you a little bit more room if you want to run the football.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's got some space here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That good for 22 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
Dalvin Cook with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Express 12, Vikings 7. Pat O'Donnell set to...
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Watson on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. After the run, Watson going to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The 13 yards that time of the first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
This time he'll look to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 3 yards remain for second down. Watson looks to throw again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for T.J. Hockenson. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Finding Gabriel complete. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off of play action, it's Watson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
San Antonio, first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Watson. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. From the 50, it's Watson. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down, eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone, from across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Rodney, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, Don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Garoppolo looks to throw. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Lightning speed that time from the corner. Marshawn Lattimore getting the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turn to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Is good. Makes the score Express 22. Vikings 7. Brett Maher is set to kick.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
This beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in San Antonio. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. second down. It's Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That second down play nets a -4.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Vikings on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Give to Cook out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 41, Garoppolo setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Cook. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right now.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. To throw is Garoppolo. It's coming, and down he goes. Devin White able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. It is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And as a result, possession switches hands. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. On 1st and 10, Watson going up top. Incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Their own 49-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Dancing, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Second down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Devin White in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. After the interception, here's Watson. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And Watson's going to throw it here. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. Touchdown! Jonathan Taylor, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. One final try now from Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the home team here, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.